Hello Standard 10. Today I am going to teach chapter 12, the endocrine system, part 4. Dear children, we have already discussed about the certain endocrine glands. We discussed about the adrenal gland in detail. We discussed about the pancreas, the thyroid gland in detail. Now, one thing which was left in the pancreas, as I had told you, that pancreas has got islets of Langerhans. Islets of Langerhans. And they are group of cell which secretes hormones, and 3 cells are there, beta cells, and we have discussed that beta cell secretes insulin, and detail of the insulin we discussed, over secretion and under secretion, that effect also we discussed. One thing was left, and that was about the alpha cell. Now, alpha cell. Which hormone is secreted by the alpha cell? Alpha cell secretes glucagon. Glucagon. Alpha cell secretes glucagon. What is the function of glucagon? It stimulates the breakdown of glycogen in liver to glucose. It stimulates the breakdown of glycogen to glucose in the liver. Dear children, we discussed that extra glucose is converted to glycogen, and that glycogen is stored in the liver, and whenever energy is required, again that glycogen is broken to glucose, and it is sent to the cell where in mitochondria a release of energy by the process of respiration takes place. Now, function of alpha cell is to release a hormone glucagon, and glucagon stimulates the breakdown of glycogen to glucose in the liver. Very clear about it. And third, which was not in our syllabus, a little bit I will like to discuss, and that is the delta cell. Okay, delta cell. Delta cell secretes somatostatin. The hormone is the somatostatin. And what is the function of somatostatin? Inhibits secretion of insulin and glycogen. Inhibits means stops, prevents, inhibits the secretion of insulin and glucagon. Listen, the third cell in the islets of Langerhans is the delta cell, and delta cell secretes hormone somatostatin, and function of somatostatin is to inhibit the secretion of insulin and glucagon. Very clear or not? So it was about the insulin. This part was left. The alpha cell releases glucagon, and it stimulates the breakdown of glycogen to glucose in the liver. Now, we are going to discuss one very important endocrine gland and that endocrine gland is called as master gland. Okay, that endocrine gland is called as master gland, and the name that is of a small pea size, pea matter. You have seen very small, 1.5 gram. Weight is 1.5 gram and is called as master gland. Master gland, and the name is pituitary gland. Pituitary gland. Very clear. Now, as I have told you, whenever we will discuss any of the endocrine gland, first we will discuss its location. Hangs from the base of midbrain. Hangs from the base of midbrain. It hangs from the base of midbrain below hypothalamus. Below hypothalamus. Listen, this is the location of the pituitary gland. Hangs from the base of the midbrain below hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is also a gland, and it is called as master gland. Now a question arises, give reason why it is called as master gland. Give a reason. Very, very important question, that why pituitary gland is called as master gland. It seems to control practically all the other endocrine glands. Why it is called master gland? It seems to control practically all other endocrine glands. All other endocrine glands. Now let me make you understand. What does it mean? A very small pea-shaped, pea-sized gland known as master gland, pituitary gland, it practically seems to control all the function of the other endocrine gland. It means it controls the function of thyroid gland, it controls the function of pancreas, it controls the function of adrenal gland. So it is called as master gland. So very clear. Now if we will see pituitary gland, the diagram, it has got two parts. Okay, let me show you the diagram of pituitary gland. See here, this is the diagram of a pituitary gland. May be asked in the examination. See, it has got two parts. Let me label, then I will be able to make clear. See here, this upper part is the hypothalamus. This is the hypothalamus. Now, this part is hypophyseal stalk. Hypophyseal stalk. This is posterior pituitary. Posterior pituitary. This is the anterior pituitary. Anterior pituitary. And this part, the middle of the anterior and the posterior, is the intermediate lobe. Intermediate lobe. Now, try to understand. As I have told you, this is the diagram of a pituitary gland. It hangs from the base of the midbrain, just below the hypothalamus. This is the hypophyseal stalk, anterior pituitary, posterior pituitary, and intermediate lobe. Different hormones are secreted by the anterior part and the posterior part. And as far as intermediate lobe is concerned, it is not present or not functional, almost absent in human being, but in larger and more, but in much larger and more functional in some lower animal. It is functional in intermediate lobe, is functional in lower animal, but not functional in human being. Not functional in human. So we have to discuss two parts, anterior pituitary and posterior pituitary, and the hormones secreted by anterior pituitary and posterior pituitary. So dear children, let us discuss which hormones are secreted by the anterior pituitary and which hormones are secreted by the posterior pituitary. So first, let us discuss the hormones secreted by the anterior pituitary. Okay. Now, anterior pituitary hormones secreted by anterior pituitary. First hormone is the growth hormone. Okay, growth hormone. It is secreted by the anterior pituitary. Second hormone is the thyroid stimulating hormone. Thyroid stimulating hormone. And third one is the adrenocorticotropic hormone. Adrenocorticotropic hormone. Now, this is also important for odd one out. What I will do, I will write growth hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, and I will add one another hormone. You have to find the odd one out and to write the category to which others belong. That will be odd one out, and this one is secreted by the anterior pituitary. So first hormone which is secreted by the anterior pituitary is the growth hormone. In short, growth hormone can be written as GH. or somatotropin, or other name of growth hormone is somatotropin. Okay, try to understand. From the anterior part of the pituitary gland, one hormone secreted is the growth hormone, GH, or somatotropin. Now, what is the function of growth hormone? Very, very important for the children like you. And what will be the effect of over secretion and what will be the effect of under secretion? Now, deficiency in childhood. Now, if less amount of somatotropin or growth hormone is secreted by the anterior pituitary, what will happen? Dwarfism. Your height will not increase up to the mark and it will be called as dwarf. And this phenomenon is called as dwarfism. Very clear or not? Height will not increase in childhood. Next, if over secretion is there, deficiency we have understood means under secretion, and over secretion, more amount of this growth hormone is secreted in the childhood. I am talking about childhood. If more amount of this growth hormone is secreted in the childhood, that is called, what will happen? Gigantism. And your height may grow up to 2.7 meter. You will become very tall. Understood or not? So, under secretion or deficiency in childhood, dwarfism. Over secretion in childhood, don't forget, in childhood, over secretion in childhood, gigantism, your height will become very tall. Very clear? Now coming to the adult, if growth hormone is secreted in us or in an adult person, over secretion in adult, what do you think? Our height will grow? No, our height will not grow. Then what will happen? Our nose may grow, extra bone will come out, our jaw will grow. Okay, bones of the face will grow, hand may grow, but height will not grow, and that condition in adult is called as acromegaly. What it is called? Acromegaly. It is a condition in adult where this nose bone, thick lips, long hand, bone of the hand may grow. Very clear? So if growth hormone, there is over secretion of growth hormone in adult, then the condition is called as acromegaly. Very clear? Now coming to the next hormone, growth hormone we have understood. What I have told about the three hormones. First one was growth hormone, and second, thyroid stimulating hormone. Thyroid stimulating hormone. Listen, in short form, we can write as TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, and abbreviation may be asked to write. So learn TSH also, thyroid stimulating hormone, and function is to activate thyroid gland. Activate thyroid gland. For what purpose? thyroid gland to release thyroxine. To release thyroxine. Very clear or not? And we have already discussed about the function of thyroxine. So it stimulates thyroid gland to release the hormone thyroxine, TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. Next one, the third hormone which is secreted by the anterior pituitary is the adrenocorticotropic hormone. That is adrenocorticotropic hormone. Adrenocorticotropic hormone. And in short, it can be written as ACTH. Very clear? ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone. Now, it is also secreted by the anterior part of the pituitary gland. What is the function of this adrenocorticotropic hormone? Function is to regulate the activity of adrenal cortex. Regulate the activity of adrenal cortex. Dear children, while we were discussing about the adrenal gland, I have discussed about adrenal medulla and adrenal cortex. And this ACTH regulates the activity of adrenal cortex. Very clear? So we have discussed about the hormones secreted by the anterior pituitary. 3 hormones: growth hormone and TSH,